It's BINI's world, and we are living in it, right? And if you have been following the current P-pop trends, you'll know what I mean. After capturing their Filipino blooms with their hit songs, the 8 girls of BINI are starting to reach a worldwide audience. And at this point, no one is stopping them. Like, how many of you have danced to their dance challenge on TikTok? Because of this, it's only natural that fans would love to know the members better. And today, I'm giving you some of the most unknown facts about BINI's Colet. Yep, you heard that right. So, if you're ready to meet this ever-talented person, then keep watching. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Before we dive into the interesting facts about Colet, it's better to get to know her lovely and talented group first. Let me tell you, they're just so worth knowing. So, just like any pop group, the 8-member girl group BINI came from a variety of backgrounds. In fact, the members of BINI were pursuing different career paths before they were called on this amazing journey. You can say they're like the Avengers of out-of-this-world vocals, dancing, and rapping skills. If you know, you know. Going back, some members were modeling, joining pageants, and others from dancing groups or athletics. The remaining members who were involved in this industry were average girls, going about their lives. And you'll be surprised that not all members were expecting to take this path. But I guess that's where the born to win factor comes in. Their official journey as BINI started way back in 2018 as part of the Star Hunt Academy program. It was an ambitious take by ABS-CBN. Basically, the company took inspiration from the K-pop style training that idols receive and applied it to the local scene to create emerging talent for the global stage. Since it was a pretty new concept, things didn't go as smoothly as they wanted them to. But the response from aspiring idols was amazing. It was reported that 250 applicants were eyeing one of the 8 spots allotted for the BINI members. There were callbacks, further auditions, and eventually, a week-long boot camp for the final decision. However, it was only the beginning because Colet and the girls had to go through 2 years of rigorous training to make sure they were ready to take center stage. According to what they reported, it was a very detailed and competitive process that evaluated not only their voice and dance, but also their true trainability and commitment to work hard over time. To keep up with a stringent program, they had to follow dietary, nutritional, and weight limits. Living in a flat together made it much more difficult for them to go out because practice consumed most of their time. It was difficult to say the least. But let's just say it was all worth it, because after enduring such hardships, from training to their debut, BINI is now one of the biggest names in the industry. With global fans selling out concerts in the Philippines and abroad, it's safe to say they made it. Speaking of making it, Colet is definitely making a lot of noise among fans. And by that, I mean her fanbase being one of the biggest among the members. While everyone in BINI is well loved and appreciated, Colet just brings something to the table that makes fans go wild. But there's still a lot you need to know about this talented Cebuana. Born as Maria Nicolette Vergara, Colet was born and raised in Tagbilaran City, Bohol before moving to the big city to pursue her dreams. But believe it or not, before all the glitz and glamour, Colet lived a normal teen life in Bohol. Her musician father, a vocalist and drummer, has instilled in her a love of singing from a young age. As a result, she used to join her school's singing groups and compete in singing competitions to improve her vocal abilities. She also had a talent for dancing and used to participate in her school's dance ensemble, which competed in inter-school dance contests. So, you can say she already has what it takes to be a star. Colet was one of 250 candidates who attended the 5-day boot camp and was chosen to become a trainee at Star Hunt Academy in early 2019. However, she was removed from the boot camp due to health concerns, but she was able to return after fully recovering. At SHA, she honed her singing and dancing skills with Filipino voice coaches Kichi Molina and Anna Graham, as well as dance coaches Mickey Purse and Matthew Almodovar. She also went through an extensive Korean training system with the help of the MU Doctor Academy, where she learned Korean practice and discipline in singing and dancing. And since she is so talented, her Filipino and Korean trainers praised her for her angelic voice and obvious talent in dancing. First, she is a triple threat. If you are an avid K-pop fan, you'll know what being a triple threat means, and Colet surely ticks all the boxes. Based on BINI's official profile, Colet is assigned 3 roles in the group. Yep, you heard that right. So basically, she is the main vocalist, the lead dancer, and the lead rapper. and let's just say she never fails to slay every stage performance. From guesting on noontime shows to mall shows and caravans to their BINIverse FanCon and amazing KCON LA debut, Colette made sure to give her 100% whenever she performs. Maybe this is the reason why a lot of fans adore her and are amazed at how amazing her dancing, singing, and rapping skills are. Not to mention how stable her vocals are whenever they perform live. Like, just listen to her. Second, Blooms call her anger. Before you start asking if it's a bad thing to be called that way, let me break it to you. Blooms gave her the name as a form of adoration. It's not because she's angry 24/7. Nope, not at all. The nickname came from the fact that Colette would always look and sound a little too angry whenever she went on live on Instagram or social media. She also mentioned how her Bisaya accent used to create a lot of misunderstandings because her members would think she was getting annoyed at them without any reason, when, in fact, it's just the way she speaks. Luckily, they were able to overcome those differences, and now, BINI members love hearing Colette speak Bisaya, and I know Blooms too. Third, she's very attentive. Aside from being very nice and considerate to her members and her fans, Colette is pretty well known for being attentive. In fact, she had saved a lot of their performance by being very well aware of her surroundings, even in front of thousands of people and in the middle of the stage. Take a look at this for instance. During a performance of their hit song Pantropico, Stacy was having a problem with her mic, and the leader, Joanna, immediately passed her working mic so she could sing. The problem is that Joanna needs to sing next. Luckily, Colette noticed that she was dancing with no mic in hand and passed her mic to her. Amazing teamwork, right? I recommend you watch the entire performance. You'll surely fall in love, not only with Colette, but with the entire group. Fourth, she graduated senior high school with other P-pop stars. Last but not the least, BINI Colet recently unlocked another milestone this year, specifically an educational attainment. And if you know how an Asian household works, you will understand how big of a deal education is. And for Colette to pursue her dreams of becoming a singer while still having the time and energy to make sure she doesn't neglect her studies is nothing short of amazing. Speaking of amazing, she shared this amazing moment with fellow member Maloy and other P-pop groups. 3 members of the boy group Bagyo also walked up to the stage to get their diplomas. They were Jalo Rivera, Mickey Claver, and JL Torreliza, so it was a very nice moment to say the least. And fans loved it. And as expected, it immediately became the talk of the town, and Blooms were sending words of congratulations to the girls the moment their photos were posted. The 2 members of BINI posted graduation photos in their school uniforms and togas on social media. Colette and Maloy celebrated their graduation at the convention center in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. And for those who don't know, the girls were students in the Humanities and Social Science Department at the Japan-Philippine Institute of Technology in Bulacan. Being a P-pop superstar is not an easy path to take, and Colette knows that. Together with the BINI members, Colette continues to prove that they can be bigger and brighter, and I think most Blooms agree that it's only a matter of time before they dominate the global stage. So, which BINI Colette fact is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.